Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Renee. For those of you that are new here, definitely subscribe if you like this video. I'm really into personal development. I talk about it on my channel, so this is just kind of my take on what it takes to have the mentality of somebody that is wealthy, that you can implement in your life in terms of your mentality to help you see things differently so that you can get different results in your life, because everything pretty much starts in our mind and with the way that we see the world. So this is one of the mentality shifts that has really helped me in learning. I'm growing every day, I'm learning every day. So this is just one of the things that I've learned about how to manage money and be more just fulfilled in that area of my life of finances. So one of the things that I noticed, and I'm a girl, okay, I love shopping. I love shopping. It's probably like my favorite thing to do. Like it's my favorite hobby. It never gets old. I always want to go shopping. Like I love shopping, okay? So I'm not here to say shopping is bad or avoid shopping. But the Sephora sale just passed, and I caught myself like looking at my cart for like a week, thinking like, should I buy it? Should I not buy it? Adding things, taking it away, even up until the last possible minute. Like yesterday was the last day of the sale. And then at the end of the day, I looked at it again and I was like, I don't actually really want any of these things that bad. I just think it's the sale that's making me want to get a bunch of stuff. And this is something that I heard is called like having basically a false sense of urgency, which is basically like a fake feeling that you have to like buy the thing right now. Like if you've ever wanted to get something and you feel like that pressure to like buy it right now and you don't know where it's coming from, that's basically what that is. It's a false sense of urgency. It's this like, imaginary feeling inside of you that's making you feel like you have to buy it right now or whatever. So sometimes one of the things that I've observed also in others is like this idea that if you don't buy the thing that you want right now, then the money will just go and you won't be able to get the thing that you really want because it's gonna end up just going to other places. And for a while I understood where people were coming from when they thought that way. But I think that this is more like, again, false sense of urgency, because you're basically saying to yourself that you don't trust how like you're going to manage the money and like that thing is going to go somewhere, when in reality, and part of it is like societal pressure to like, consume constantly. Like even influencer culture is like, basically promoting a lot of consumerism. So it makes you feel like this pressure that you have to like have these things to like, you know, be successful or like look a certain way, or like if you don't have this thing then you don't, I don't know, it's like it's all arbitrary, imaginary, false sense of urgencies, because the truth is that that thing will still be there. That thing will still be there. There's no pressure to like buy it right now. And having that kind of mentality is really helpful, because I feel like that's more coming from abundance mentality than a lack mentality, because you know that there's more than enough, it's not going away, and you don't necessarily have to buy that thing right now or feel like compelled and like pushed toward always overspending. I feel it can also be a bad habit and can signal that you're in basically a lack mentality and not an abundance mentality. So just learning to identify when you're experiencing that feeling of like a false sense of urgency is really helpful, because if anything, even if you do still end up purchasing that thing, it's not coming from a place of like, oh, I need it right now, and from like a triggered like fight or flight response of a false sense of urgency, but it's more so coming from a place of you thought it over, you do actually want that thing, and then you bought it. It just takes awareness behind the feelings that are basically motivating us and pushing us and compelling us in life. But having this kind of mentality of like, you get to take your time and things will always be there. There's not like this urgency to like have everything right now, is really helpful. And it can even translate over to other areas of your life that are not finances, like food, for example. One of the binge eating, for example, binge eating disorder. I can speak on this because I experienced it, but binge eating sometimes is coming from a compulsion. It's like a compulsion behavior, and you're basically in some part of your mind, you feel like the food is going to go somewhere and you just feel like you have to have it all right now. And it's weird to explain because it's like obviously that's not true, but that's kind of what's going on behind the scenes. And it's also tied to scarcity mindset, it's tied to lack mindset. And one of the things they teach you when you're trying to overcome binge eating disorder and just an ED recovery in general is that like the food will always be there. You do not have to eat it all right now. Like the food will always be there. You can take your time while eating. They teach you to like slow down. And it's the same thing with finances. It's like all about basically comes down to this is definitely a more nuanced topic, but it comes down to regulating your nervous system and getting rid of that false sense of urgency of oh I have to have it right now or it's gonna go away. Like this is something that we do in different areas of our life. And once you're conscious of it and catch yourself in those moments, and this is a process, sometimes it doesn't happen right away, but once you're able to do that, you will be more toward having an abundance mindset and not a lack mindset. And this will translate over to, I say, even, becoming wealthy because it teaches you how to manage money and have a regulated, like, nervous system, which is going to keep you in a place of having emotional control, whether it's in your finances, whether it's with your eating behaviors, whether it's in your relationships. Being regulated is huge. It's huge. And on the opposite side, not being regulated can translate to things like overspending, overeating, and so many other, behaviors that are negative. So having that awareness of that false sense of urgency, and even if it starts by just giving yourself a few more days to think about the purchase before you make it, can help you A, manage money better, and B, get yourself into a place where you feel like you're not being controlled by your emotions or by the false sense of urgency that I described in this video. So if this video helped you, definitely leave me a like in the comment. Leave me a like or leave me a comment. And if you enjoy topics like this, these powerful mentality shifts that can really transform your life from the inside out, definitely check out 30 Days of Empress Energy. It is a 30-day basically inner work program to help you level up your self-esteem and your mentality in general. It's a quick kind of system that I created to get you there, and powerful things that I've learned, they're all combined in one place for you to access. You have lifetime access. Learn more about that offer in the description below, and I'll see you soon. Bye.